Hello chat boys out there, it's a brand new week, so you guys know what that means. A new week with lots of new adventures to be had, and I'm going to be taking you guys along on my adventures I get up to this week. It's Monday and I've got Monday and Tuesday off. I'm not on work till Wednesday evening now, which meant I was able to have a little bit of a lie-in. And I got up, showered and changed, and had some buttered toast and a cup of tea for my breakfast, and I'm loving my buttered toast at the moment. I was then just watching The Grinch, one of my favourite Christmas movies ever. It's such a great film. Jim Carrey is such a legend of an actor. It always cracks me up. I then had my Advent Calendar chocolate and had some bear cuddles and was watching some Vlogmas videos, catching up with some of my favourite YouTubers doing Vlogmas videos, listened to a bit of Kylie Christmas, and then I ordered myself a buddy's lunch to collect for 12 o'clock. I then was just watching some stuff I've recorded to catch up on, and ended up going off to the shops to get some bits that I needed to get, and then went off round to go and collect my buddy's lunch. I then got back and I had my buddy's lunch, and I'm showing you guys that. The buddy's lunch was so delicious. I had my usual, I had a tuna cheese, onion, lettuce, cucumber, toasted wrap with a cup of tea and a mince pie. I bloody love a mince pie. My dad also loves them, and he'd got 2 massive boxes, so I had one of those. And then I was just listening to a bit of music, wrote on my journal entry for today, and was listening to a bit of music, and then sorted my Bridget doll out in a new look, and I'll show you guys that. Here's my Bridget doll's newest look. Starting off with this shoes, she's got these white high heels on, and these blue denim jeans, and this big black leather jacket with this beautiful flower patterned white top, and this white bow pearl necklace, and a black hat, and this is the whole look. That outfit is so pretty, and I wasn't sure if it would look like I had envisioned in my head, but it turned out exactly how I envisioned it. And I then was just listening to a bit of Kylie, a bit of Coldplay, and was reading some more of If This Gets Out, and then I was just tidying up my office and my dolls on Dollhouse, and I'm now going off to Sudbury with my old sister to have a lot of a shop. Their high street has got such great shops, so I'm looking forward to going off there, maybe head to the sweet shop they have there, which is so cute. And then we're going to my older brother's Govern's house, and we're going to be heading off to Gloucester Cathedral for the Christmas lights trail. And I've seen lots of snaps and clips on TikTok and Instagram, and it looks so beautiful. I'm very excited to head off there where they filmed Harry Potter and walk through the halls, and then we're going to be going back to theirs for a little bit, and I'm looking forward to heading off there because they've got their Christmas tree up and it looks so Christmassy at theirs at the moment. Looking forward to getting my Christmas tree out of the loft tomorrow and getting that put up in my bedroom and decorating that, and then we're going to be putting a few Christmas decorations up in the living room. We're having to do it dog friendly because he would probably eat all the decorations, so we're going to have to put them high up so he can't reach them. And I can't wait to head off to Gloucester Cathedral tonight and to see you a little bit more to vlog when I'm back later on. It's later on in the evening now, and I'm back from meeting at Gloucester Cathedral for their Christmas trail. And before that, my sister had picked me up and we'd gone off to do a little bit of shopping. I went off to this sweet shop in Sudbury, which is so cute, and there's some nutcrackers in the entranceway. I went in and I got some fudge from there. We then headed off and had like one of the child shops. I went off to this one shop where they had some beautiful Christmas wreaths with flowers on, and I'll show you guys some of those. They're so beautiful, and I was enjoying all the beautiful Christmas lights in the high street. There are lots of Christmas trees and wreaths and lots of lights everywhere. It's just looking so beautiful. We then went off to a few more of the shops, and I almost got a bag of some dolls and doll clothes, but in the end I didn't get them, as I had a little look in there and just looked a bit tatty, and so I decided not to get those. I then went off into Coffee Run, my older sister, and got me and her a cake and a drink each, and I had a muffin with a little snowman on with caramel frappe, and I'll show you guys that. My older brother and his girlfriend were back from work, so we then headed round to theirs, and then we headed off to Gloucester Cathedral for their Christmas trail. And I was so excited to go there where they filmed Harry Potter, and it literally felt like I was at Hogwarts when we went in. There was a little bit of a queue to get in, and then we got in there, and it was just so beautiful. All the stained glass windows and the ceilings with all the beautiful tiles, and the ceilings with all the beautiful architecture. It's just such a beautiful cathedral, and we're having such a lovely time looking around there at all the Christmas displays and the decorations and the inflatables, all the lights, and they had a choir performing, so we sat in there and listened to them singing, and they were singing so beautifully. And I got some snaps of some of the Christmas decorations and lights. So beautiful, all the Christmas lights, and it's just making me feel very festive. Can't believe there's only 10 days till Christmas. It's insane. This December has actually gone so quick. I then got some snaps taken of me in front of some of the Christmas decorations, and I'll show you guys those. I love all the inflatable Christmas decorations of the gingerbread man, and the candles hang from the ceilings, and all the lanterns, and all the beautiful Christmas lights, and the wreaths and the garlands everywhere. It's just so stunning. We then went off to the cafe, and I had a bit of vanilla shortbread and a chocolate chai latte, and I had lots of cream and sprinkles on, and I'll show you guys that. So delicious, and we just chilled in there for a little bit, and I finally got some Wi-Fi on my phone. I'd messaged one of my colleagues early on in the evening asking if we could swap shifts on Saturday, to see if I could do her 9:30 till 3 and she could do my 5 till close, and she agreed. So we've now swapped shifts, which is good, as I'm off to stay at my older brother and his girlfriend's house on Saturday evening, and we're going off to Harry Potter World the next day, so I got a bit up early, and I'm looking forward to Harry Potter World. And whilst walking around the cathedral, it felt like I was in Hogwarts, and it was getting me very excited to get off to Harry Potter World on the Sunday. We then had a look around at some more of the cathedral, and I got some snaps of that. It's so beautiful in there. Have to go in there in the daytime sometime, as in the daytime the stained glass windows look really beautiful. My older sister's been quite a few times, so I have to go there with her sometime, and I'd never been to the cathedral before, and I'll definitely be going back. It's such a stunning cathedral, and I got a snap of this beautiful tile on the floor, and I'll show you guys. Such a beautiful tile with lovely artwork on. I love all the artwork in there, and all the architecture and the statues and sculptures, and it's just so amazing. I could get lost in there, looking at all the ceilings and the towers, and there was a mirror where you looked in and you could see the ceiling more clearly, and it's just so stunning. We then went off to the gift shop where I got this green rubber hair which says Gloucester Cathedral on, to put in my dollhouse. I love getting little things like this to put in the dollhouse. And then on the way out, we got a group photo in front of the entrance to the cathedral, and a lady kindly offered to get a photo of us, as we were just going to get a selfie, and I'll show you guys the snap we got. That snap of us in the entranceway of the cathedral is so cute, and I love that archway with all the pretty Christmas decorations on. We then made our way off, and on the way back we went off to McDonald's to get some tea, and I got myself a Big Mac meal, and they're doing Grinch meals at the moment as it is almost Christmas, and with that came some Grinch socks, and you know me, I bloody love socks, so I was like, hell yeah, I'll get some Grinch socks. It came in this little parcel bag that says to blank from the Grinch, and then these are the socks. I just love the Grinch so much, so I'm very happy that I got some Grinch socks. We then were heading back and one of the roads was closed, so we had to go a longer way, so we're just bouncing out a little bit of Wicked, bit of Hairspray, bit of Moulin Rouge, having a bit of a musical sing-song on the way back. We then got back to my older brother and his girlfriend's house, and I thanked them both for a lovely evening, and then me and my older sister made our way back. We then got back and my older sister stayed at ours for a little bit, and then she went off back to hers, and I was just telling my mum and my younger sister all about how the evening had been. I then finished writing my journal entry for today and put that away, and then called up Tash and was just chatting with her and Amelia, who've moved into their first home. She's moved into a flat with Amelia, and I'm going around there tomorrow evening after Jigsaw volunteering to maybe watch a Christmas movie, and we're going to get some hot chocolate stuff. They've got the hot chocolate, and I'm just going to get some whipped cream and marshmallows and have some hot chocolate and chill with them. And yeah, I'm so happy for them and very excited to be able to pop down for a cup of tea and a natter and just chill there with them. And yeah, it's going to be very exciting. Looking forward to the housewarming party, and I'm now off to go and get into my PJs and then watch today's UK soaps, and then catch up with some of my favourite YouTubers doing Vlogmas videos, and to see you with more of the vlog tomorrow. It's now Tuesday, and I got up after a lie-in. I then got showered and changed and had some toast and a cup of tea for my breakfast. I had my advent calendar chocolate. I was then catching up with the soaps and wrote my journal entry from last night. I then was just watching some vlogs and TikToks and funny dog and cat videos, listened to a bit of music and had some bear cuddles. I then was watching some episodes of Friends and had a cup of tea and some biscuits, and just worked on my short story that I'm working on at the moment. I was then having some bear cuddles, and for my lunch I had some tuna and mayonnaise sandwiches with a cup of tea, and was just working on some illustrations and coloring some of those in. I then got myself ready to go off up the high street, to go off to the flower shop and to the charity shops, and my mum was going off to see my grandma at her place just around the corner from the high street, so my mum dropped me up there so I didn't have to walk up in the end. I didn't have my coat at first, but I went back in to get my coat, and there's a squirrel like just beneath the roof of our house, literally like hanging off of the edge of our house, and we weren't sure if it was stuck or not, and then it went off, and we got up to the high street, and I went off to the flower shop and I got some flowers that's on there. I'll show you guys. That flower shop is so beautiful. It always has such lovely bouquets of flowers with lovely colours on. I was having a great chat with the flower shop keepers in there. I then got some plants out from the plant section, and I'll show you guys those. The plant section is so beautiful with all the succulents and cactuses and the pretty patterned plant pots. I then went off and had a look once at the charity shops. I got some selfies and photos of the Christmas displays, some of the inflatable Santa decorations they have up in the high street, and the Christmas trees with all the Christmas lights and the garlands and the pretty bows. It's just so beautiful, such a great time of year. I just love all the decorations. I then popped to the card factory to get my younger sister these two cuddly toys that she wanted. It's 2 for £10 at the moment. There's a special deal on, so she sent me the photos of the ones she wanted me to get her. So I got those for them, and I thought I'd got the right one, but I accidentally got the wrong one. I then found out that I'm working Christmas Eve, even though I was hoping that I wasn't going to be working Christmas Eve, doing a 9 till 5, but it is what it is. That's hospitality for you, and at least we get Christmas Day off, right? I'm back here on Boxing Day doing 10 till 5, so 9 till 5 on Christmas Eve, 10 to 5 Boxing Day, and then the day after that I am working at 5 till close. So at least I get the Saturday daytime off to kind of recover from the crazy festivities, and it could always be worse. It could be like a split shift, I suppose, on Christmas Eve, and there's going to be quite a lot of us on because it's going to be quite busy. So who knows, I might even get to finish a little bit earlier if it quietens down, but we'll see. And I've got Sunday when I'm going to Harry Potter World, Monday afternoon tea, and then Tuesday I'm going to plan to do a pre-Christmas Eve thing with my siblings, because I probably wouldn't be able to do much, because when I get back on Christmas Eve I'm probably going to be wanting to sleep. So maybe go for a walk on the Tuesday and go for some coffee and stuff, and do some like Christmas Eve kind of stuff then instead of on the Wednesday. Still might be able to do a few Christmas Eve things when I finish work, but mainly try to do something on a Tuesday instead. And yeah, it is what it is, I suppose. I then got to my grandma's house where my mum was, got the cuddly toys out, and turned out I got the wrong one. So my sister was actually like, can you go back and like swap it? So I ended up going back up. Luckily I was able to swap it and get her the right one. And then we got back and I gave my young sister the cuddly toys, which was like grateful. She's like, thank you so much, best birthday ever. Yeah, sure. So, okay, so much stress over the cuddly toys. And when I'd gone there the other day, they didn't have the pink one. And then, so I thought it was the grey one. I thought the pink one was the grey one that I picked up. I'd actually grabbed the grey one and not the pink one. But it's all sorted out now. She's very happy. And I'm off to go and write a little bit of my journal entry for today. And then I'm just going to be chilling before going off to Jigsaw volunteering. And it's the last session before Christmas. So we're having Christmas and a Christmas movie night and jumper night. So I'm going to be wearing my green Christmas jumper I got from the charge shots the other day, which I'm looking forward to wearing. I love that jumper so much. And then afterwards, I'm going to be going off to Tasha and Emilio's new place. The first time I'm seeing their new flat, which I'm very excited about. And we're going to be watching a Christmas movie and having some hot chocolates. And I've got some whipped cream and marshmallows. They've got hot chocolate already, and I just need to get some popcorn and get myself something for tea afterward, and I'll make my way off there, and I can't wait for that. And we'll see you with a bit more of the vlog later on this evening. It's later on in the evening now, and I'm back from being a Jigsaw volunteering that I do on Tuesday nights. It was the last session before Christmas, so we were having the Christmas jumper and movie night, and we were watching The Grinch. So I put this green reindeer Christmas jumper on that I got from one of the child shops a few weeks ago, and I love it. It's one of my favourite Christmas jumpers. And I got dropped to Jigsaw, and we got the movie put on, and we had some nibbles and we had some hot chocolate, and I got given this little chocolate reindeer and a Christmas card from one of the members of the youth club, which is really sweet. That's my first card this Christmas I've got. Normally I get a lot of Christmas cards. This year I've only got one so far. And then we got given some candy canes, and I'm going to show you guys some snaps I got from our Christmas movie and jumper night. I had such a great evening at Jigsaw watching The Grinch, probably one of my favourite Christmas movies, with Jim Carrey, such a great actor. He's so funny, always cracks me up. We then did our Secret Santa present giving, and I got given this Christmas gonk, which is so adorable. It's a plushie and it's got such a cute little hat and the baubles on and the little candy canes in the beard. I love all things plushie, and I have some Christmas pillows on my bed at the moment, and I was thinking there's a space but something is missing, and I was looking everywhere for a pillow. Went to Dobby's, almost looking for a pillow, and this fits perfectly. So whoever got this for me, thank you very much. It is just so cute. I showed my younger sister when I got back, and she was like, give me. I was like, no, this is mine. And yeah, I just love it so much. Then it was the end of the session, and I wished everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I won't be seeing them now until January time, as that's when the next term will start. It's the 30th of January, I think. And I then head off to Aldi to get some bits for Tash, who was doing spaghetti for tea. And whilst in there, I bumped into two of my family friends. I was chatting with them. I then headed over to the flat, and I was very excited to see the flat, and it's looking so lovely already. They've already started to make it their own, which I love. And it was me, Tash, Amelia and Jazz there, and Jazz is doing my Christmas Eve 9 till 5 and I'm doing her 10 till 3. We've swapped over, so all's well and ends well. And then we watched The Holiday, such a great film, probably one of my favourites, with Jude Law. What a hunk, Jude Law in those glasses, wow. And we then had spaghetti that Tash had made, and she always does such a great spaghetti. It was so good with lots of Parmesan cheese. And then we were just watching more of The Holiday, having lots of laughs and just having so much fun. Always had such a lovely time with those guys. And we had some hot chocolates, and I'll show you guys some snaps I got from the evening at Tash and Amelia's flat. It was such a lovely evening, really cozy, really chilled, and such a great first visit to the flat. First of many. Can't wait to be hanging out there. Lots of games night and movie nights. And then I headed home, and whilst on my way back I was listening to some music on my headphones, and there was still a load of Christmas lights still lit up, so it was looking really pretty. So I was just buying all the beautiful Christmas lights, and I got a snap of these Christmas reindeers, and I'll show you guys those. They're so pretty, and it's getting me excited for tomorrow, as we're hoping to get some Christmas lights put up. Fingers crossed, the weather all being good. I then got home and I was just telling my mum all about how Jigsaw had been and about the flat, and then I finished writing my journal entry for today, put that away, and was just reading a bit more of This Out, and had a cup of tea and some biscuits. And I'm now off to go to get into my PJs, and then I'm going to be watching the UK soaps and catching up on some of my favourite YouTubers' new Vlogmas videos, and just see you with more of the vlog tomorrow. It's now Wednesday, and I got up after a lie-in. I then had some breakfast, and for my breakfast I had some hazelnut chocolate spread toast with a cup of tea. I was then watching Ella Enchanted, probably one of my favourite Anne Hathaway movies, that, and of course The Princess Diaries, and they're apparently doing a third one of The Princess Diaries, which I'm very excited about. I then headed back upstairs to watch the soaps from last night. I started watching them last night and then ended up falling asleep, so I had to finish watching those. And Bear had been quiet and was just playing with all his toys. He was then barking a little bit, and I then stopped to go down and see what was up, and he'd managed to whip up the Christmas Radio Times magazine, so I had to clear that up. And my mum was asleep still because she'd had a bit of a rough night's sleep, so he was a bit restless because of that. And he's getting a lot better, but in the new year, me and my older sister are going to be taking him to go to some dog classes to get a little bit more training, because he's still a little bit wild, but we can't be too hard on him because he is only 1 year old, so he's still a puppy, and he's not as bad as he used to be. He's definitely mellowing a lot since having the snap, which is good. Just barks a lot, so we're trying to get him to be less barky. And then my dad got back, and I'd let Bear out in the garden to let off some steam, and I then got showered and changed, and I used my little shaver to shave my head. You put it in a little circle motion and it gets rid of all the little tufty bits, and I'm loving the confidence boost having my head shaved has given me. I should have done it a long time ago, and so many people keep saying how it makes me look a lot younger, which I'll take. Also had a lot of people saying how I look like I've lost weight. I don't really think so. I still feel like a big blob, but if they say so, it must be true, and that is really nice to hear. That will all change come Christmas Day when I eat my body weight in pigs and blankets. I then got myself ready to go off to Shelley's Cafe, as it's shutting after 40 years, and just before that I got a mirror selfie in front of my mirror with my new Christmas gonk with my other Christmas pillows, and I'll show you guys that. That Christmas gonk I got from Secret Santa from Jigsaw is so cute, and it fits in perfectly with my other Christmas pillows. I then made my way off to Shelley's for the last time and listened to some music on headphones, and then got in there and was chatting with one of the people who work in there, just saying how much I'm going to miss the place. And then I had my fry up and I sat and had that, and I'm sure you guys a snap of that. Death wipes are the best in town, and I'm going to miss them so much, and I always eat it in a certain way. So I have my sausage, then my mushrooms, then I have my egg, then I have my bacon, and then I have my beans with the toast that it comes with. I also had a cherry cola, and they decorated it for Christmas, and it's looking so festive in there, and had some Christmas music playing, so I was enjoying the Christmas music, and I got some snaps of the Christmas decorations. The decorations are so beautiful. I love the wreath on the log burner, and all the garlands, and the baubles, and the Christmas lights. I then got 2 mirror selfies from there. Those mirrors are so beautiful with the garlands around them, and that white one is beautiful. I've always wanted to have a mirror like that as a bedroom door, and where you open the door and your bedroom's there, and it just looks like a mirror on a wall, but behind it is a secret room. Maybe if they're selling it, I might be able to nab it. I would love to have a mirror like that. It's just so beautiful with all the artwork and the carvings on it. I then thanked them for 40 years of Shelley's and wished them a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and for Shelley to have a lovely retirement, and then went off to surrounding, got a little craft shop just next door, and got some snaps of some of the Christmas displays from there, and I'll show you guys those. So beautiful in there and really cozy, and was getting me feeling very festive. I was then having a lovely chat with the shopkeepers in there. I then headed off to one of the bookshops, and I love the smell of old books so much. I bumped into one of my mates in there and was just chatting with them, and then I headed off and had a look around at some of the child shops. I went into one of the little craft shops just down the bottom of the high street, and then I headed home, and whilst on my way home I was just listening to some music on my headphones. This is a bit of Michael Bublé Christmas, Gotta Be Done. Can't believe it's always here. It's a big day. It's actually gone so quick this year. And I then got back and I got myself a drink for work this evening and for tomorrow, as I'm doing 11 till 3 tomorrow, and then tonight I'm doing a 5 till close. No, 6 till close. I thought it was a 5, but it's a 6 till close. So it means I get to have a little bit more of freedom. And I'm now off to go and catch up on some of my favourite YouTubers' vlogmas videos, write a bit of my journal, and then just chill before going off to work this evening, and just see you with a bit more of the vlog when I'm back from work. It's later on in the evening now, and I'm back from being at work. I had work doing 6 till close, and my older sister had popped over and she then dropped me up to work. I then got into work, I got clocked in and put my bag and coat away, and got my drink out to have for work, and I had some of that, and got a Christmas card left for me by one of our regulars, so I put that in my bag. I then was just cleaning some tables, and it'd been quite busy, so there was lots of tables to clean, and I saw and chatted to some of the regulars, and it was just me and one other colleague on shift, and it started off quite calm, and then it got quite busy with quite a few walk-ins, lots of people coming in for tea, and I had a few bookings, so I was doing lots of food and drink orders and drinks making, and cleaning lots of tables, and did some coffees and some wines and some mulled wines and pint pouring, and then it calmed down again, and I just did a massive clean up and then got on with some of the cleaning and post jobs that we could get done. We then finished about 10ish, and it was lashing down with rain, so it meant getting things from outside and putting umbrellas and stuff down was fun, and taking the bins out got soaked, and then I got picked up by my mum, got back, got into my PJs and put my dirty work clothes in the wash. I got my clean uniform ready for work tomorrow. I'm doing 11 till 3. I'm going in to help out as we've got a massive Christmas booking in at 1 o'clock of 17. So hopefully once that's done I might be able to finish a little bit earlier, but it gets me some extra hours, so I don't mind, and I don't mind helping out when needed. I then had my tea, and for my tea I had a mac and cheese, and I'll show you guys that. I haven't had a mac and cheese in ages, and it was so good, nice and cheesy, just how I like it. And I'm now off to go and finish writing my journal entry for today, and then I'm going to be watching today's UK soaps, and then watching the Polar Express that I started watching earlier on, and I haven't watched it so far this festive period, so I'm going to continue watching that. And I get a little bit of a lie-in as I don't start until 11 tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to having a little bit of a lie-in and to see you with more to vlog tomorrow. It's now Thursday and I got up after a lie-in as I didn't have work till 11, so I was able to have a little bit of a lie-in. I then had some breakfast. I had some toast and a cup of tea and had my Advent calendar chocolate, watched a bit of TV and was listening to a bit of music and having some bear cuddles. I then got myself ready for work. My dad then got back from work and he dropped me off to work a little bit early as they had a little market outside of my workplace. So I went off there to have a look around there, and they have some really cool stalls with some really cute things. And I went off to this little bread stall and it smelled so good with really nice looking breads. And then I went off and had a look at the flower and plant section, and they had some really pretty plants and flowers with lots of little baubles and robins in, and Christmas decorations on some of them, and some really cute Christmas ornaments of snowmen and reindeers, and was having a lovely look around there, and also snaps of that. Let me show you guys. Such beautiful flowers and plants, and those Christmas ornaments of the snowman and reindeer are so adorable, and it got me feeling very festive. It then started to rain a little bit, so I went into sort of child shops to shelter from the rain, and I got some rainbow high dolls and a jumper from two of the child shops. I got rainbow high dolls in one of them and then a jumper from another one. I then had a quick look in the bookshop, and then it was time to head into work. I then got into work, got clocked in, I put my bag and case away, and got my drink out to have for work. And it was me, Jen and Tia on, and normally there's only 2 people on a weekday, but as we had this Christmas booking in, I was brought in to help from 11 till 3, and we had quite a lot of people in for coffees and breakfast, and so I was running lots of food and drinks, doing some food and drink orders and drinks making, and so on, chat to some of the regulars. And then we had this massive booking in at lunchtime, and that was quite busy, but we got their food out quite quickly and they pre-ordered luckily, and then got all their drinks out, and then we did a massive clean up. We then had quite a big lunch rush of lots of people coming in out of the rain, so I was then cleaning lots of tables, buying lots of food and drinks, and doing some food and drinks orders and drinks making and pint pouring. And then I finished about 3-ish in the end as the gas on one of the beers had played up, so Tash came in at like 2-ish and she had to sort that out, so I stayed a little bit later, and then I then finished. I then clocked off and got my bag and coat, and I got picked up by my dad, and my younger sister texted to see how long I was going to be, and I said I'm just coming, and she'd had volunteering at one of the child shops she volunteers at, so she was in the front and they'd been waiting for me. I didn't realise that they were going to be getting me so soon. I normally get picked up, so normally it's a bit of a wait to get picked up. I didn't realise they were out there straight away, so I then got picked up, we got back, and then we were sorting out the spare wheel that had kind of become a bit of a dumping zone, as my younger brother is staying over tonight as he's got a job with his work which is literally just around the corner, so it makes sense to be staying over instead of going all the way home and then having to come all the way back again. So my dad was getting that sorted out, and I showed my mum and younger sister the rainbow high dolls that I'd gotten from the child shops and had cut the price tags off and was sorting those out, and I'll show you guys a clip of those. Here are my new rainbow high dolls I got from one of the child shops this morning. Such a great doll haul. I love rainbow high dolls and these are so stunning. Started off with this one here. So she's got blonde, like golden locks with real lashes, and she's got these beautiful green blue eyes with this golden heart cut dress and these beautiful high heels with the rainbow colour on the bottom of the shoe and sparkly eyeshadows. She's got such a beautiful face. I think her hair might have been cut a little bit, but we can sort that out. There might be a little bit of a marking on there, but it just looks like a beauty spot, so it's fine. And then this one here, she's giving me Hannah Montana vibes. I love it. It's a wig, and it's really cute. Loving the bangs. Then she's got a rainbow high black t-shirt with a little rainbow underneath. Then this little heart cut corset zip belt number with these stunning rainbow boots. Then this one here, she's a biker chick, and I love it. I love the hat with the flames on it. It says rainbow on, and the fiery red hair, and the eyes are stunning. Such a beautiful colour. And then the outfit with the skirt and top with a bit of leopard print, giving me Cat Slater vibes. And then the jacket, and then she's got these stunning flame boots. She's a biker chick, I love it. And this one here, she's got really cute green hair, giving me Candy Floss vibes. And she's got this grey top and these trackies that match her hair. And then this one here has rainbow coloured hair and a little plait, and she's got such beautiful blue eyes and sparkly eyeshadow and red lips. And on her hoodie it says, "I don't speak fashion, I am fashion." And she has a little skirt on as well. And I already know where I'm going to be putting these dolls in the dollhouse. I can't wait to add these dolls characters to my dolls drama. I love Rainbow High dolls. They're so colourful, so beautiful. The eye makeup, their eyes, the fashion, the colourful hair, they're just so iconic. And I already have placed them in my dollhouse where they are going to be, and they've fitted in exactly where I wanted them to go, and had a bit of a tidy up of the dollhouse and put some newer dolls in and taken a few of them out and put them in my doll drawers. Still have enough room for a few more dolls. I then tried on my new jumper I got from the other Chad's shop, and I'm going to show you guys a mirror selfie I got in my new jumper. I really didn't think that jumper was going to fit me, so I got a receipt just in case, and I was absolutely over the moon when I realised it fitted perfectly. It's not too tight, it's very cozy. The stripes across the body go across and not straight like most of my other jumpers, so I was like, ooh, I'm not sure how I felt about this. I thought it was because it was too tight, and thought that it wasn't looking right on me. But then my mum was like, "No, it's supposed to be like that," and I looked in the mirror and I was like, "Oh." So yeah, it's going to take a bit of getting used to. I don't know, because I'm used to having them going straight across, so I don't know how I feel about the ones going across like this, but it'll take a while to get used to. I really like the jumper, so I'll just take a bit of time to get used to. I then had a pop noodle for my lunch, and it was just chilling. I felt so good to have a bit of a sit down, and then I got ready to go off to my workplace for their Secret Santa, and my dad dropped me off there, and we did our Secret Santa, and I got given this Barbie annual. And one of my hot washers, who she didn't know I like dolls, was like, "Is it for girls?" I was like, "Boys and girls can like dolls." It's like don't put gender in a box. It's like, as long as it makes you happy, it's not hurting anyone. Like what you like, do what you do. And yeah, I was just like, yeah, it's like, yeah, I'm a collector. It's always a bit awkward because some people don't get it, and I know she didn't mean any offence or anything, but so I was just like, "Oh yeah," and showed her some photos of some of my collection, and she was actually quite fascinated by it. And then my other colleagues who know about it were actually being really sweet, and they were like asking me what my favourite type of doll is, which is unmade Rainbow High dolls, and I was showing them the snaps of the new Rainbow High dolls that I just got this morning. And then we stayed for a little bit longer and had some more drinks and played some games of Uno that one of our colleagues had brought, and I won a game of that. Always quite good at Uno. And then we went off to a little dog shop around the corner that sells lots of dog treats and food and stuff, and they were having a little Christmas get together, and were handing out mince pies and Christmas cake and Stollen and mulled wine. And I'm not a big fan of mulled wine, so I did have a little bit of Stollen. Stayed there for a little bit, and then popped off to Aldi to get some bits for the Christmas get together at Morning Boot for the last one before Christmas. I then got both my brothers' last Christmas present. There was a joint Christmas present, they got some each, and I then got picked up by my dad. I then got back, and for my tea I had some curry, and I'll show you guys. The curry was so delicious. My older sister then popped over for a little bit and we just listened to the Christmas music channel and it was playing The Snowman. I love that song so much, it's so beautiful and that movie is so cute. My older sister then headed home and I then got my Christmas tree out of the loft and I decorated that, and my younger sister helped me decorate that whilst listening to a bit of Michael Bublé Christmas Gotta Be Done. And I'm going to show you guys a clip of my Christmas tree decorated for my bedroom. Here is my Christmas tree put up in my bedroom, decorated. It's so chaotic, lots going on but chaotic just like me, and I absolutely love it. Lots of baubles, lots of tinsel, got some pearls around the tree as well. Got the Grinch here. Then I got some really sentimental ones like this little teddy bear, little drummer boy with my name on, and some of them with little plushy little desserts, the little mince pie, this little paper star, and then I've got a little snowman around here, another Santa Claus one that I got given that's got my name on and it's a bow, and then this newer one here, it's got lots of robins on I got from Armsy Garden Centre, and then this little beaded one here which is a reindeer, and I've got boot up here, and there's just a lot going on and I just love it so much. Now it feels like Christmas. Now I've got my Christmas tree up in my bedroom and we're going to be putting the main Christmas decorations up tomorrow, which is going to be dog friendly because we've got a 1-year-old dog, but he's still basically a puppy, basically a baby, and he would like eat all the baubles if we let him. So we're going to have to make sure that things are on the wall or high above so that he can't get to them, because he's already chewed through a few Christmas cards. And I am now off to go and watch today's UK soaps, finish my journal entry and catch up on some of my favourite YouTubers' vlogmas videos and enjoy this penguin sugary goodness little lollipop that one of the workers gave me, and got some and gave them to my other colleagues who I was on shift with today, which is very sweet of them, and can't wait to tuck into this and to see you with more to vlog tomorrow. It's now Friday and I got up early ready to go off to morning group. It was the last one before Christmas, so we were having a Christmas get together with the parents and carers of the people who go to morning group coming in at 11. So I got myself up and got changed, had some toast and a cup of tea for breakfast, had my advent calendar chocolate, had some bear cuddles and was listening to some Christmas music, and then I got dropped down to morning group where we were making some cheese sticks, and we used some puff pastry and just covered them in grated cheese, put them in the oven to cook, nice and easy, nice quick thing to make. And then we got all of the stuff that we'd brought in. I'd brought in some nibbles and got that set up ready for when the parents and carers were coming in, and I got given some bits from some of the members of morning group, and I'm going to show you guys what I got. So I got a card and these gingerbread men from the people who won the morning group, Wendy and Mike, and it's really sweet of them to get them some gingerbread, and I love gingerbread men, they're so delicious. And then from one of the members of the group called Wendy and her brother Andrew, they got me this reindeer mug, which is so cute. I love a mug, I've got so many mugs. And then some chocolate buttons, it's so cute, I love chocolate buttons. And then one of the other members of the group, Daniela, got me this Christmas Who Am I? So she knows I have a big family and we love to play games. And yeah, it's really sweet of them to get me some Christmas presents. And I got some nibbles and bits for the spread, and we had set it all up and it was looking really nice, and parents and carers then came in, and I'm going to show you guys a snap I got of the spread. The spread was so good. I then wished everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and Wendy and Mike had given me the present of the gingerbread, and it was so sweet of them to do so. Bloody love gingerbread, can't wait to have those with my hot chocolates. Hot chocolate season, love hot chocolates with gingerbread. I then went off with my mum to go and get my grandma from hers, as we were heading off to my grandpa's grave to put a wreath on for Christmas. So I went in to get my grandma, and was going to be picking up a microwave that she'd got that had been left outside her front door, and she managed to get it inside but couldn't lift it up to put it on the side, but someone had come and put it up for her that works at the place she's now living in, so I didn't have to do that. So I was actually all ready. I was like, let's go, I'll pick this box up, get my muscles all ready. I didn't even need to do it. It was really sweet of them to do that for my grandma. And then me and my grandma headed down, and I saw my auntie who's living in the same place my grandma is, so I wished her a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We then head off to my grandpa's grave and put the wreath on the grave, and had a chat with my grandpa, and I normally do whenever I go to visit, and just keep her up to date, let him know what I'm getting up to, and feel a little bit more closer to him with doing that. People must think I'm bonkers if they're walking past, but I just always love to have a quick chat with my grandpa, miss him a lot. And then my mum dropped me off to my happy place, the garden centre, and then my grandma headed back to Oz for a little bit. I then got into the garden centre and had the music playing, Christmas music, and it was all lit up and it just looked so beautiful. And I got some snaps of some of the Christmas displays, and I'll show you guys those. I got a load of those snaps from the little whimsical fairy section of the Christmas decorations, and I just love it, with all the mushrooms and all the autumnal leaves and the little robins and the little wreaths and all the stuff like that. It's just so beautiful. I expect to see a load of fairies flying around. And then I got some selfies in front of some of the Christmas decorations and displays, and then I head off to have a look at the home section and the stationery and the sweets and all the Christmas knickknacks and ornaments and mugs, and the chocolate section and sweet section and plushie section, and was having a lovely look around there. I then head off to the plant section, and I got some plant snacks from there, and I'll show you guys those. Our plant section is so beautiful, with all the pretty patterned leaves, all of the succulents and cactuses and beautiful plant pots. Some of them are animal ones like dinosaurs and parrots, and they're so cute. I then was having a lovely look around there at the flower and plant section, and ended up getting some flower stats from there as well. It's got such beautiful colours and patterns on. I then was chatting with one of my mates who works at the cafe, and wished him a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, as well as one of the people who I used to work with when I did work experience at Wild Out, which is now Dobby's, and I always have such great chats with them. I wished them a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And on the way out, I spotted this mug, and it's a little gingerbread man mug which shows with hot chocolate and a gingerbread man in. As you guys know, I love my hot chocolates, and especially gingerbread, and it's just so cute. And I had a hot chocolate in a mug like this when at my younger brother and girlfriend's house for games night, as my younger brother's girlfriend had one like this and fell in love with it. So I'm glad that I've got my own one like this now, and can't wait to have lots of hot chocolates in this. I then made my way back, and once on my way back, I was listening to music on my headphones, having a lovely stroll, enjoying the sunshine and blue skies. It was such a lovely day, unlike yesterday's weather. It did go a little bit dark, and I was like, please don't rain, but luckily the sun came back out. And whilst on my walk back, I got a snap of this Christmas display, and I'll show you guys that. It's such a beautiful Christmas display. I'm loving all the Christmas lights and the wreaths and all the lovely lights. I wish we could have Christmas lights up all year round, because it's just so pretty and just brightens the place up a little bit, especially in the evenings. I then went off to One Stop and got myself some bits on there. I got some more of this deodorant that smells so good that I'd run out of, so I got 2 lots of that, and then got a drink for work tomorrow. I'm doing 9:30 till 3. And then I got back and I put my Christmas tree on these drawers that I had underneath my desk just behind me, and the table that I had my Christmas tree on originally is what I'm filming you guys on, so I wasn't going to be able to film using this table, but I've moved it around a bit so now that I can film on this little table that I will film to you guys at right now. So I had a bit of a rejig of my bedroom, and I think it looks a lot better with the drawers where the Christmas tree is now. And I put my Christmas cards that I've gotten from people on the drawer around my Christmas tree, and it's looking so cute. And my grandma stayed for a little bit, and then my mum dropped her home, and my dad was at fishing. He's now back, and we are now going to be putting up the Christmas decorations in the living room, making it dog friendly, so everything's going to be having to be up out of reach of Bear, because otherwise he'd have everything down. He's already annihilated a few of our Christmas cards. Unfortunately, he's a bit of a chewer, so we're going to be having to make it the dog friendly Christmas decoration, so things on the wall, things on the ceilings, nothing that he can get to and destroy. And I shall see you a bit more of the vlog later on after doing that. It's later on in the evening now, and we were going to be putting the Christmas decorations up in the living room, but we're not going to be doing it now until Monday after we have our afternoon tea, so that everyone can be here to get involved. And so we've got it like sorted out, ready to go up on Monday. And I then watched Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, which is probably one of my favourite Harry Potter films, getting me so excited for when we go to Harry Potter World on Sunday. I'm so excited to go off to Harry Potter World at Christmas time. I then had my tea, and for my tea I had takeaway, and I had a burger and chips, and then had my hot chocolate in the new gingerbread mug. It came with some hot chocolate and some gingerbread man, and I'm going to show you guys the burger and chips I had for tea and the hot chocolate I had. The burger and chips were so delicious, and that hot chocolate with the gingerbread man was really good. I love a hot chocolate, and I'm now off to go and finish writing my journal entry for today, and then I'm going to be watching today's soaps and continue on watching some more episodes of Dash and Lily, this adorable Christmas little series on Netflix, which I always love watching around this time of year. It gets me feeling so festive. I just see you more of the vlog tomorrow. It's now Saturday, and I hope you guys are all having a lovely weekend. The last Saturday before Christmas. So I got myself up early, ready for work. I was doing 9:30 till 3, so I got to have a tiny little bit more of a line than normal. I then got showered and changed and gave my head a quick shave. I then had my breakfast. I had some toast with a cup of tea and had my Advent calendar chocolate. I was then just listening to one of the Christmas music channels, and I could sing song to some of the Christmas songs, a bit of Michael Bublé, love a bit of Bublé. I then had some bear cuddles, and then I got dropped to work by my dad. I then got into work, got clocked in to put my bag and coat away, and got my drink out to have for work. I had some of that, and it was me and two other colleagues to start with. Then another colleague came on a little bit later on, and then another one, so there's 5 of us on. We had quite a few big bookings, a lot of Christmas bookings, so it kept us busy. So I was wearing lots of food and drinks, doing lots of food and drink orders and drinks making and cleaning tables, and doing some drinks making, lots of wine pouring and pint pouring, and sometimes to burglars. And we had people sitting inside as well as outside, as it was a lovely sunny day. So I was cleaning outside as well as inside, and we had a choir come in and perform in the high street just outside of our workplace. So that made it quite busy, having them out there performing. And then we also had some musicians playing some Christmas songs on trumpets, which was really cute, getting me feeling very festive. It then calmed down. I did a massive cleanup, and then I ended up getting to finish at 2:30 instead of 3. So I then clocked off, got my bag and coat, got changed into a jumper I'm wearing right now, and then I headed off to have a look around some of the charge shops, and I got some samples for some of the cute Christmas decorations and displays in High Street. I love all the Christmas trees and the inflatable snowman and stuff. It's just so adorable. I then went off to the flower shop, and I got some flower starts in there that I'll show you guys. They've got such beautiful bouquets of flowers in there with lovely ribbons on, lots of beautiful roses, lovely colourful flowers. It always smells so good in there. I was then having a lovely chat with the flashlight keepers in there, and I got some snaps from some of the plants in the plant section, and I'll show you guys those. That plant section is so cute. All the succulents and cactuses and the pretty patterned leaves and the cute plant pots, and they've got a load of Christmas plant pots in with some holly, and it's just so cute in there. I then went off and got the money out for the week ahead. I try to get money out and spend cash and not card, so that I don't tap on my card as much, and it's working because it's helping me learn how to save and not spend too much. And I then went off to the coffee shop just up the road, which I always love going to, and I got a chai latte from there. I was going to get one of those berry yogurts they normally do, but they didn't have any left. Gutted, because got the chai latte, and I got a snap of that in front of one of the Christmas trees they have up in there. It's so cute in there, and I was having a lovely chat with the workers who were on shift in there. They're so lovely in there. I then ended up getting my chai latte to go, and I had that in a little takeaway cup, and on my way back I was listening to music on my headphones, enjoying the lovely sunshine and blue skies. I then got back, and my mum and dad have gone off to my younger brother and his girlfriend's house to meet the parents, finally meeting the parents before Christmas, and my grandma's also gone over as well to meet my younger brother's girlfriend's parents, who they haven't met before, and they've been together for like 5-6 years, and this is the first time they're finally actually getting to meet them, which is quite exciting before they get married in 2027. Can't wait for the wedding. It's going to be so beautiful. They're having it at Tortbird Hotel, where we're going to have afternoon tea on Monday, so they'll be able to look around, and like in 2 years time this will be where we're getting married, and yeah, can't wait for that. I then was just listening to a bit of music, just enjoying colouring in, and I had some tuna mayonnaise sandwiches and a cup of tea for my lunch, and I was just having some bear cuddles, and me and my younger sister were just watching a bit of the Polar Express. I love that film so much, and I'm now off to go and get packed as I'm staying over at my older brother and his girlfriend's house tonight, as tomorrow we're off to Harry Potter World. So we're going to be going early in the morning to head off up to London, and we're going to be going on the outskirts to do a bit of shopping in the daytime, and then go off in the evening to Harry Potter World, and I'm so excited for that, and to see it with a little bit more of vlog later on this evening. It's later on in the evening now, and I got picked up by Luke and Zoe to stay over for the evening before going off to Harry Potter World tomorrow, and I packed my bag and got my journal and my headphones and my charger with me, and we headed off to theirs, and we got back to theirs, and Zoe showed me the spare room where I'm going to be staying, and it's so cute, and I got a little room tour, and I'll show you guys that. Here's the bedroom I'm staying in at Luke and Zoe's house. It is so freaking cute. So you walk through, got my coat on the little door, and then we've got this cute plant here, and then got this chest of drawers. It's got some bits on here, got a cinnamon scented candle, got my journal here, and got this little mirror here, hello, and then got these really cute little decorations, and over here we have a little drawer. I've got my charger and some little bits on there, and then the bed. This is so Zoe, I love it, with the little cheetahs, and the pillows. Oh my god, that pillow that says oh hello, and the flower one, and then these curtains as well. This is so cozy in here, and then they've given me some little treats, which is so cute. Very sweet of them, and this little pencil. They know me very well. It's so cozy. I love the pillows behind me, the flower one and the one that says oh hello. And I set up in, got my journal out to write, and my clothes I'm going to be wearing tomorrow out ready for tomorrow morning. And then I was just chilling, and they got me some little sweets put on the bed for me, and it's very sweet of them to do so. Thanks Zoe and Luke. and yeah, very lovely hosts. And then I got a snap of this Love Actually print that Zoe has, and it's so cute, and I'll show you guys that. It's so adorable. Love Actually is probably one of my favourite Christmas films. It's Love Actually, The Grinch, and The Holiday. Those are my top 3 favourite Christmas movies ever. And then Zoe was getting the tea ready, and we were having fajitas and nachos. I haven't had fajitas and nachos in such a long time, so I was really looking forward to having those. And then we were playing some games of Ludo. I was writing a bit of my journal entry and watched Zola's new Vlogmas video. And then for tea we had the fajitas and nachos, and I'll show you guys that. Fajitas and nachos were so delicious. We were then playing Harry Potter Destinations, this Harry Potter board game, getting us in the mood for Harry Potter World tomorrow. I'm so excited. And we had some Christmas music playing, and it played Kylie's Christmas song, which is #1. She has had a #1 song in 5 consecutive decades, being 80s, 90s, 2000s and 2020s. Absolute legend. And I was doing the dance routine, XMAS, XMAS, love it. Such a great song, and gets me feeling very festive. We then had some hot chocolates, and I'm about to watch the Strictly final, and I'll show you guys a snap of the hot chocolate that I had. It was so delicious, and I'm very excited to watch the Strictly final. Very exciting, but also very sad, as it's Claude and Tessa's last time hosting the show. Not sure who's going to be hosting it. Me and Zoe really want Alice Hammond to host. I think she'd be so good at that. I'm right off to go and watch that and just chill, and we'll see you in my vlog tomorrow. It's now Sunday, and I hope you guys are all having a lovely Sunday rest. I slept like a baby last night. This bed is so comfortable. I then got up and I had some breakfast. We had some croissants with some apple, raspberries and strawberries. I had that with a cup of tea, and I'm sure you guys that. The breakfast was so delicious. Me and Zoe then played some games of Ludo, and then we watched The Nativity, which is such a great movie. Nativity is one of those films that always gives me such joy, and I used to always love doing the Nativity in primary school. It always brings back such fond memories. And then we watched a bit of Harry Potter, the first one, getting us in the mood ready for Harry Potter World this evening. So excited for that. I then got showered and changed, and we're now going to be heading off to go to Swindon to do a bit of shopping, and then we're going to be meeting my older sister and our family friends up there to get some lunch at Harvester, and then head off to Harry Potter World. And I shall see you with a bit more of the vlog later on this evening when I'm back from Harry Potter World. It's later on in the evening now, and I'm back from being at Harry Potter World and in Swindon with my older brother and his girlfriend. So me and my older brother and his girlfriend got ready to go off to Swindon to go off to the shopping outlet, and we got there and parked up and headed off there, and there's a little Christmas market going on, and my older brother got free snacks of the week in front of some of the Christmas displays like the nutcrackers and this ginormous Christmas tree they had there, and this little archway with a bow on, and I'll show you guys those. It's so cute. We then headed off into the shopping outlet, and they had lots of really cute shops, lots of clothes and shoe shops, so we're having a look in those shops. And then we went off to Next and into M&S, and I got this jumper for tomorrow. It's this really pretty Christmas jumper which has lots of pretty colours and patterns on, and I love it. It's the last one they had in the shop, and it's my size, and it was literally destiny. I saw it and I was like, I really want to get this. It was £49, and I was like, well, I'm just gonna have a little bit of a splurge and get that. So I went off to the checkout to get that, and it was actually down to £10. So what a bargain. I was really happy with that. We then headed off, and on our way out we had a quick look at some of the market stalls that they had by the entrance, and I ended up getting a little Christmas shortbread little star biscuit from one of the little cake stalls they had, and I'll show you guys that. It was so delicious. We then made our way off into London to go off to Harry Potter World and meet up with my older sister and my younger brother and his girlfriend to go off to Harry Potter World, and we met at the Harvester to have some tea, and my older sister was already up in London visiting our family friends, so she met us with our family friends, and my younger brother and his girlfriend met us there, and then we had our tea, and I got a snap of this Harry Potter decoration display they had in the entrance to the restaurant, and also of these plants and lights on the ceiling of where we were sitting to have our food, and I'll show you guys those. It's such a cute Harvester, and we were sat on a nice big table, all of us, there was about 9 of us, and I had some barbecue ribs with some chips and some coleslaw and some onion rings, and we had little salad bowls and went up to get lots of salad, had some refillable drinks, and we had some really nice bread from the little salad section they have there. I love the bread they do with lots of butter. I really enjoyed that, and I'll show you guys the tea that I had. The food was so delicious. We had such a great evening, laughing and chatting and having lots of fun, and then it was time to head off to go off to Harry Potter World, and I was so excited to get to Harry Potter World. And we arrived and we got in there, and it was all decorated for Christmas, lots of Christmas trees and garlands and wreaths and snow on lots of the sets, and it was just so much fun seeing a load of the sets, finding out about behind the scenes and the costumes and the scenery and the magic behind all of it all, and like the backstage secrets, and seeing all the props and things like that. I just love it. I love Harry Potter so much, and I got some snaps of some of the sets, and I'm sure you guys do. I think my favourite part was going to platform 9 3/4 and seeing the Hogwarts Express, and you got to actually go on there and see inside it, which was so cool. And I got some snaps in front of some of the sets and some snaps with my siblings, and I'll show you guys those. It was such a great time having a go on there, and we got given these little stamp books, and with each part of the tour you go on, you had to stamp in this little book, and it was so fun. And I loved going into the Forbidden Forest and seeing Hamlet's Hut, and going to the Ministry of Magic, and just going around and seeing everything, and it's just such beautiful scenes and sets with all the details. It's just amazing. And the Grand Hall as well, we're all decorated for Christmas, and the tables with the set up for each of the houses, and going to the outside lot and seeing the night bus, and going into the Herbology Lab and getting to pull out one of the little creatures that screech, which name escapes me, and seeing Pivot Drive, and then got to see some behind the scenes effects. We then had, of course, gone to get some butterbeer and butterbeer ice cream. I had the butterbeer ice cream, and I'm sure you guys that. It was so delicious. We then had a look around some more of the set and saw some more behind the scenes effects, and got lots of photos, some photos on the little bike, and I sat on the main seat and my older sister sat in the passenger seat. We then went off to the last little bit of the tour where you see a replica of Hogwarts, and it's so impressive, all the details, and it's covered in snow, and so it's so beautiful. And got a photo in Diagon Alley as well, and walking down there, it was just so beautiful. I went into Green Gots and just so many things. We literally went everywhere. It finished at 10 o'clock and we got there for 6, so we literally managed to fit in so much stuff. By the end, my legs were absolutely aching. We then went off into the gift shop and I got a white chocolate frog, and I didn't realise they did white chocolate ones, and white chocolate is my favourite, so I'm looking forward to tucking into this. We then headed off and we thanked our younger brother and his girlfriend for joining us at Harry Potter World. They did head off, and me and my older brother and his girlfriend and older sister headed off, and my older sister is staying over tonight as we were going to be getting back till late, so she is currently staying over, and I'm now off to go and finish writing my journal entry for today, get into my PJs and catch up on some Vlogmas videos of some of my favourite YouTubers' Vlogmas, and then tomorrow I'm off to afternoon tea with my mum, my grandma and my older sister and then his girlfriend at Torpedo Hotel, and I'm so excited for that, and to see you with a new vlog coming very soon, and hope you guys have all had a lovely week and weekend, and please like, comment, subscribe and enjoy your week ahead.